Good day. Welcome to your news at noon on Kaieteur Radio. I'm Kevin Smith. Upon reflection of the government's management of the oil and gas sector, former head of the Environmental Protection Agency, Dr. Vincent Adams, said there are two alarming issues all Guyanese must raise their voices against. He said the citizenry ought to be outraged that for 2 years, the PPPC administration has allowed ExxonMobil through its subsidiary, ESSO, to operate two ships, the Liza Destiny and the Liza Unity, without securing a full coverage liability. He recalled that the government has only secured a $600 million per occurrence coverage and is yet to tell the nation the status of talks for a $2 billion parent guarantee for the Stabroek block from Exxon. Dr. Adams said what is even more disturbing is that in the absence of such parent guarantee, ExxonMobil is pumping oil beyond the approved safety limits for the Liza Destiny. He noted that the environmental impact assessment for the Liza Phase 1 project outlines the safe operating limit as 120,000 barrels of oil per day. Exxon is pumping 150,000 barrels per day. Meanwhile, economist and advisor to the leader of the opposition, Elson Lowe, has again raised concerns over the delay in the long overdue oil cost audit of oil majors operating in the offshore Stabroek block. Lowe related his position as he explained that a comprehensive audit of expenses is an important avenue for the country to monitor its oil income. Lowe was also making this point as he delved into the matter of loan interest being paid by Guyana on behalf of the oil companies. This is provided for in the 2016 contract which Guyana signed with ExxonMobil and its partners. The oil companies are allowed to access massive loans to conduct the oil operations in Guyanese waters. Apart from the loan repayment, all interest earned as a result will also be reclaimed by the oil companies. This cuts the amount of revenue coming to Guyana and protects oil company capital since they have no need to invest their own revenue into the projects, industry experts have explained. And ExxonMobil on Wednesday filed a lawsuit to challenge and stop the European Union imposed windfall taxes, arguing that Brussels exceeded its legal authority by imposing the levy. A windfall tax is a one-off tax imposed by a government on a company, specifically targeting those that benefit from something they were not responsible for. In this instance, the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war has sent oil prices soaring and triggering a cost of living crisis in many countries. Coming from Al Jazeera, Angola's Supreme Court has ordered the preventative seizure of assets worth $1 billion held by Isabel dos Santos, the daughter of its former president, Portugal's Lusa news agency, said on Thursday. The court document cited by Lusa, dated December 19th, said authorities had evidence of alleged embezzlement and money laundering and ordered a seizure of the money dos Santos holds in all banking institutions. And another report from Al Jazeera, a court in Mozambique has sentenced the son of a former president, 2 ex-spy bosses, and 8 others to years in prison for their part in a corruption scandal in which the government sought to conceal huge debts, triggering financial havoc. The 11 were found guilty and sentenced on Wednesday on charges related to $2 billion hidden debt scandal, which saw hundreds of millions of dollars in government-backed loans disappear and crash the South African nation's economy. And in other news, the 41-year-old man who went berserk last week, killing a teenager and seriously injuring another man, was on Wednesday remanded to prison when he appeared at the New Amsterdam Magistrates Court charged with murder. Lester Lafleur, called Eon, was charged with a capital offense of murder committed on 15-year-old Carlos Leungewe. And to wrap things up today, members of the Guyana Defense Force have expressed dissatisfaction with the government's decision to adjust the salaries for ranks at all levels of the police, prison and service, that should be fire services, but only a selected few in the military. The soldiers are questioning the methodology used by President Ali. The group said just 2 categories of military personnel were selected for the salary adjustments. The GDF said they want to find out why. And on that note, we wrap things up for your News at Noon. I'm Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening.
If something doesn't look right, then there is something wrong. And if you suspect child abuse, then you must report it to the Child